Welcome, hard-boiled insurance salesman, to Geek Sales Retro Movie Reviews from the Geek Salad Podcast. I'm Andy.
And I'm Mike.
And tonight we are here to continue on with our conversation about black and white movies. Another great rapid-fire comedy from the pre-war era as we talk about His Girl Friday.
Yeah, very rapid fire. I didn't like. I think I read that Howard Hawks, the director, wanted to make the fastest rapid fire movie of all time.
Yeah, and they actually incorporated that into the advertising campaign after a while. Like if you do a Google search for posters, which is what I do every week to look for posters for this
Mm-hmm.
there is one where it's Cary Grant with word bubbles saying, we're the fastest movie ever made. Actually, the funny thing is too, in terms of production, he's not that far off. They shot this in September. It was released in January of 1940.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They used to crank them out back then.
Yeah. And you can totally tell this was based on a play because there are only three sets in the entire movie.
Yeah.
But technically speaking, the Office where they were interviewing Williams.
Yeah.
That was pretty much four walls and no light. So.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, I can definitely see this being, you can reuse those as sets, that and the restaurant. All you really need is the table and the waiter. It's also crazy too how much improvisation they were allowed.
Really?
Yeah. When you see things like there's one bit where Cary Grant's on the phone and he's trying to get Bruce arrested again. And he's like, yeah, find the guy in the taxi. Yeah, he looks like Ralph Bellamy.
I did notice that. Yeah. I was like, wait a second. I looked up the cast. Yep, there you go.
Ralph Bellamy. Threw his own real name in there. He threw Archie Leach in there at one point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering if the Stick Hitler in the funny pages was improvised.
It might have been. I mean, so this story is actually recycled from another story, the front page.
Yeah, 1927, 1928.
27, yeah. And then they did it again as His Girl Friday. And then again, I want to say in the 1960s, where they went back to the front page with Lemon and Mathau.
Yeah, I'd never seen this movie before, but watching it, I'm like, sticking Earl Williams in the role of Top Desk. I think I've seen either His Girl Friday on stage or the front page on stage because that little bit seems so familiar to me. I know I've seen it done live.
Yeah,
I'm just not sure which version.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know if I had seen this or not, and then when I started watching it, I'm like, oh yes, I have seen this because I saw it in college, and we were examining the writing and just kind of how the dialogue plays. Too fast you can't understand anything. But what it did was the rapid fire. It makes it strengthens Cary Grant's character. Super strengthens Rosalind Russell's character.
Yeah.
Her resolve, it's just it needed to go that fast. And there really there aren't a lot of slow parts in the movie at all, even when they are doing things like when what's his name is holding her at gunpoint.
Earl Williams.
Earl Williams, yeah.
Yeah. And I gotta say, I thought Cary Grant would be the main character in this one. No, it is totally Rosalind Russell's movie.
It is. And she was terrified she wasn't going to get this role either.
She was phenomenal in this movie. I mean, actually, all the entire cast was phenomenal in this movie.
Yeah, no, it's funny too because I mentioned last week about Porter Hall
Yeah.
who had appeared in The Thin Man. He was also in Miracle on 34th Street. He's in this one as well.
Oh. Huh.
He was Murphy.
Oh, okay.
But also Gene Lockhart was
yes.
who was the judge in Miracle on 34th Street, is also in this.
Yeah, he's the sheriff.
Yeah, and, he's the sheriff.
Kind of an interesting little bit when what was it? John Pettibone?
Joe Pettibone. Yeah.
Well, first, he was a phenomenally funny character.
What a great, we think about this as being like just, if this were, being done on the stage, that is a plum. You show up for your 2 scenes and milk the hell out of it.
Yeah. He, I was like, I saw him. I'm like, I know I've seen him before because he was in the Three Stooges short, Pardon My Scotch, where he played an opera singer who runs afoul of the Three Stooges and they have a whole food fight.
Okay. I'm on his page right now on IMDb.
Billy Gilbert.
He was in, what's that?
Billy Gilbert.
Yes.
He was also the voice of
Fun and Fancy Free, which is one of the wartime shorts collections from Disney.
Yeah. Well, he was also the voice of Sneezy in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Yes, he was. But yes, he is Willie the Giant. In Fun and Fancy Free.
Yeah. And I want to say he was actually a really good friend with I believe he was a really good friend with Shemp Howard.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah, he appears in several of their early shorts.
Yeah. But he was fantastic in this, and a lot of like the cluelessness.
Yeah.
Which I really like. He's so straight edge.
Yes.
And it worked perfectly but he's very eager. And then, with the whole thing about the money and all that, he's supposed to get checked with his wife first, these great little bits with that.
And trying to show the governor his wife is like, oh, she's a very lovely woman. You haven't seen her yet.
Yeah, but I mean, looking at the core 3, Ralph Bellamy. It's funny to me because I think, like most of us, when we think of Ralph Bellamy, we think of Trading Places.
Yeah.
Because he was one of the brothers in Trading Places along with Don Amici.
Yeah, pulling him up now. Oh wow, he was in Pretty Woman.
Yes, he was.
Oh, he was in The Wolfman with Claude.
Lon Chaney Jr.
Yeah, Lon Chaney Jr. Claude. I didn't realize Claude Rains was in Wolfman. Anyway.
Yeah. He's great because every one of these movies, you need your Baxter.
Yes.
Which is essentially your straight man who is going to lose your girl to the main guy.
Yeah.
And he gets run through the ringer.
Yeah.
And just in terms
arrested
of how
twice.
much time he spent
arrested
in
3
jail.
times.
Yeah.
And all because of Cary Grant's characters.
Yep. Go ahead.
I do have to say, you like Burns.
Yeah.
Cary Grant's character.
Walter.
You like all the characters, but he is not a good character. He's not a nice guy at all.
Very much. He runs a newspaper, and that's how we've been taught that you're always going to chase the story. You're always going to be a newsman, even if you're the one making decisions. You're always you want that front page story, and that's what he helps. He gets Hildy to recognize her love of the game.
Yeah,
she can't just give it up and become a housewife.
And I also have to say, I was kind of surprised. There were the good comedies, make you laugh. The great comedies have moments where they make a good point there. And when all the first scene with Molly Malloy, with all the newspapers kind of badgering him, and then she actually breaks him and calls him out on it. I'm like, oh, that's actually a really solid scene right there because she's spitting facts right there.
No, and that's the thing about this movie is that I don't feel like any of the characters, even though this is played for farce, for a good deal of it, the characters do feel real.
Yeah.
There's a lot of just things, especially watching Ralph Bellamy, especially in his introductory scene, where he's meeting with Walter for the first time, and he's futzing with his things, he's nervous. The body language is fantastic.
Yeah.
With that. I gotta say, I watching this reminds me I have not seen enough Cary Grant movies.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, from this and It Happened One Night.
Yeah,
he is phenomenal in both of them.
He wasn't in It Happened One Night. That's Clark Gable.
Really?
Yeah.
Then what else have I seen Cary Grant in?
You saw him in North by Northwest.
I actually haven't seen North by Northwest.
Okay, The Man Who Knew Too Much. I think he's in The Man Who Knew Too Much. Pulling up his thing right now.
Yeah, I'm doing that too.
Because it's in The Philadelphia Story, Arsenic and Old Lace.
Yeah. Wow. I really need to see more Cary Grant because he is so good in this movie.
Yeah,
his character should not be as likable as he is.
For Hitchcock for a while.
Yeah,
it's like he had his leading women, but he also had his leading men. Between him and James Stewart.
Yeah. Wow, he retired in '66, but he died in '86. So
yeah, I remember that too. I remember when they announced that he had died. But yeah, no.
Wow. He retired to raise his newborn daughter.
Yeah.
Good for him.
But yeah, no, he did a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And it is, it's a testament to like that type of work ethic, but the fact that he can just get away. He's one of those few actors I feel like can get away with playing himself.
Yeah.
More so than others. And even still, the Cary Grant persona is a persona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. For someone that was born in England, he had an American accent down pat.
Right. But he had like that Americanized British accent though. It is okay. You can tell that it's there. And not to spoil too much for the next movie that we watch. But one of his contemporaries does that accent.
Oh, okay.
So,
you know what? To Catch a Thief, that's one I've actually really wanted to see.
Yeah, there's several of the Grant Hitchcock movies I want to see, and I think those are easier to find streaming than the Stewart stuff, which is what we struggled with last week or earlier this year rather.
And just, in case you want to watch this movie, it is completely in the public domain, so it is completely free and full on YouTube.
Yeah, I pulled it up on Tubi.
Oh, yeah. But in the public domain, so you don't have to pay a dime to watch it.
Yep. No, just like with The Thin Man, just with like Metropolis.
Yep.
So yeah, no, it is interesting, especially because again, what I'm enjoying about our little experiment for this month is just recognizing the different types of filmmaking techniques. Even something that is quite literally just a few years removed from, say, The Thin Man.
Yeah.
You can tell like that filmmaking techniques have changed quite a great deal.
Yeah.
And by this point, it's like I almost want to say it's like the Gone with the Windification of movies, where even the smallest budget movies that you're going to spend 3 months between production and release, you want to make them look good, especially with your cast. You want to make them look good on the poster. You want this to stand out.
Yeah. I gotta say, Howard Hawks, looking up his filmography, he could do anything.
Well, that was another thing too.
Huh?
A lot of these directors they weren't genre directors. They did everything because they needed to do everything. I mean, yeah he had a ton of westerns, a lot of John Wayne. He worked with John Wayne a lot.
I did not realize he directed The Thing from Another World.
Yeah. He also directed Gentlemen Prefer Blondes.
Oh yeah, with Marilyn Monroe.
With Marilyn Monroe, yeah.
Yeah, this guy is, and I mean, it's not just like he only had like one genre that he was good at. He was good at a lot of genres.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
He was only nominated for one Oscar, though, for Best Director, and that was for Sergeant York.
Oh.
Which is a war morality play, because he's because Sergeant York is a pacifist.
Oh, okay.
But he's enlisted in to fight in World War One.
Yeah. Oh, he according to Wikipedia, his frequent portrayals of strong, tough-talking female characters can be defined as the Hoxian woman. And I mean, given Rosalind Russell in this movie, I can't say that's wrong.
Yeah, no.
She was phenomenal. She was still a 1940s woman, so there was limitations on her there, but she did absolutely everything with what she could do.
Yeah, exactly. Because again, she knew this is her opportunity. She is the de facto lead of this movie before women were truly leads of these movies. And it's interesting because she almost never does compromise any of her values, and a lot of that's because she's even at the end when she accepts to remarry Walter.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay, well, we have to stop in Albany. There's a strike going on in Albany. That's on the way to Niagara Falls. She knows he's not going to change.
Yeah.
But she understands that. That's because she just learned firsthand she's not going to change either.
And I also love the fact that she's like, it's very rare in the movie when Burns, it is Burns, right?
Walter Burns.
It is very rare when Burns is able to get the upper hand on her. She knows all of his tricks.
Yeah.
Like taking the money, the check, and putting it in her hat. Mm-hmm. Checking out the money and all that. Just knowing exactly who Louis and Evangeline are, so she knows exactly who got hurt. Bellamy, Bruce thrown in jail.
Bruce, yeah.
So it's really fun to see her kind of.
And he never gets the upper hand on her either, and that's the thing, and that's kind of the difference between, Hildy and Walter versus Nick and Nora.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously Nick was doing it for altruistic. He was just trying to keep her out of danger.
Yeah.
But, I think that, quite honestly, I think that The Thin Man and His Girl Friday would make a really good double feature.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. I'm genuinely so glad that we're watching these movies now, because in fact, honestly, the reason I kind of suggested this Black and White month to you
is
to give me an excuse to watch this movie. I've been wanting to watch His Girl Friday for years. I've just never gotten around to it. I was like, you know what? Black and White. Let's watch it.
Just force yourself to watch it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I really enjoyed this one. Thank you for recommending this one. Again, like I said, I saw it, but I saw it over 30 years ago. So I'm really excited that I could watch it again. And again, now we know we got to watch more Cary Grant movies in the coming.
Yep.
Like The Philadelphia Story. That's the one we should watch. I think it was his sole Oscar nomination, and he was nominated against Jimmy Stewart, who won Best Actor. As with Katharine Hepburn in it too. Another actor. I feel like we need to watch more of her movies, especially her earlier movies, before she was just the brassy old lady.
I gotta ask, Katharine Hepburn and Audrey Hepburn, are they related?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay, cool. Just one.
Yeah, no,
just
I understand where you're coming from on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they are not related.
Okay. All right, good. Good to know.
So, yeah, I enjoyed this movie a lot. I would highly recommend this. And again, it won't cost you anything to watch. Maybe, just go to the bathroom, fix yourself your snacks during the commercial breaks on Tubi. They're not that long.
Or go. Well, I mean, they might
you
have commercials.
YouTube Red or whatever.
Yeah, I've got YouTube. Yeah, it's YouTube Premium now.
You have YouTube Premium. Okay, yeah, YouTube Red sounds like the porn site.
But yeah, it's completely free, and it's only an hour and a half long. It moves like this.
Yeah, no, that's kind of the fun thing about like these two movies in the middle is that they're very efficient in their time usage.
Yeah,
they're both roughly about an hour and a half long. Whereas bookending them, we're looking at 2.5 hours and a 2-hour movie to close out next week.
Oh, so you can totally tell. Another reason why you can totally tell this is based on play, because there's a very clear break right in the middle where, I was like, oh, do I go for an intermission now? Oh, I know. Okay.
Exactly.
There's an event happens right in the middle. That is the act break right there.
That's perfect. That's where you go. All right, folks, hit the bar across the street. Come back in 15 minutes.
Exactly. Which
is what they used to do back then. It's funny too. You mentioned that because when we went to go see Hamilton last month, I was thinking about that because Hamilton was in the Opera House in Boston, which has been around forever. But even like the Colonial and the Wang, which I'm just going to refer to them as those names and not whatever the hell they're called now, the Ernie Bach Center and whatever. Yeah, one of them, I think it's the Wang Center is now the Ernie Bach Center, or it might be the Colonial. It's one of the two. But I noticed that their bars they look like pop-ups.
Yeah.
It's like quite literally, it's a counter and a wall, like a removable wall behind them. And that's because they don't have bars across the street like they used to. Because that's what you used to do at intermission. You get up, stretch your legs, go out, smoke your cigarette, go have your cocktail, and then come back. Now, and they just kind of kept that in-house.
Yeah.
And they didn't have the merch that they did, back
in the
50s.
No.
But, totally understand that. Just off on that tangent. But, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
I enjoyed this movie a lot. I really had a good time with this. So, fantastic. Well, Mike, we got one more movie to talk about.
He does.
Yeah, we does because looking at the calendar, this is a weird one. Well, the month ends like we do have next week, and then we have one day. We're not doing another one of these. So we will be back earlier in the week. Because of the holiday.
Yeah, we're not recording this on Thanksgiving.
No, we're not recording on this. My family would murder me. But yeah, so now we want to know, what are your thoughts on His Girl Friday? Have you watched it? If not, what are you waiting for? Go to Tubi or YouTube right now and go watch it.
Yeah.
And we'd love to know, is there any other Cary Grant movies that you would recommend to us that we have not seen, which is most of them. So leave that polite comment below. Also, don't forget, thumbs up, subscribe. You know the works, folks. This is YouTube. So you know what to do. And if you want to follow us on the socials, we are on Facebook at Geek Salad Podcast and on Blue Sky at Geek Salad Radio. And Mike and I host a little podcast called Geek Salad. You can check that out wherever you podcast, including here. So check that out. We just last week had our conversation with the always amazing M from Verbal Diorama, as well as friend of the show, Kurt Smith, to talk about the movies of 1995. We had a great conversation considering we were missing Catherine and Joe. It was a really good conversation. So the pro versions of those episodes will be out. If I'm feeling up to it, you might actually have it before the holiday. At least part one. Anyway. Part one, yeah. This is a 2-part thing, so.
Yeah.
But fingers crossed. Let's see how I do. So anyway, until next time, I'm Andy.
I'm Mike.
Go forth and be nerdful. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
forgot it. I forgot to hit the end stream there.